Time to focus on business. Our business editor, Mike Eppel, joining us now. Mike, lower earnings coming in for some big energy companies.
Yeah, no surprise, Ted, considering the precipitous drop for oil is starting to show up in the bottom line performance of the energy majors. Imperial Oil and ExxonMobil both in with their results this morning, and both saw a drop that sort of corresponded with the percentage decline that we've seen for oil most recently. Imperial Oil's numbers down 31%, still over $700 million in profit, and they still had their second best ever year in 2014. And ExxonMobil seeing earnings down about 20%, no red tag days or anything of that nature. $6.5 billion for ExxonMobil. The big question is, how much are these companies, and we'll find this out in their conference calls, how much are they pulling back on production? On Friday last week, we saw the price for oil spike by 8% in a single day, and this morning it's actually above $50 a barrel, briefly at least, for WTI, because the number of oil rigs in the shale production in the U.S. have dropped by a record amount for January, so that might take a little supply out. Having said that, another fly in the ointment, so to speak, of the energy market, a strike by the United Steelworkers Union is underway, and some of the refining output in the States has been cut back a little bit. So we're tracking how all of this is going to play out in oil. Again, crude futures right now just above $50 a barrel to start the week. We had Americans apparently getting their Christmas shopping done early. The numbers in from the U.S. Commerce Department this morning showing that consumer spending in December actually fell 0.3%. Commerce Department saying that October and November saw huge spikes in consumer activity. So that all correlated to Black Friday and the Cyber Monday extravaganza in the later stages of November. Also of note this morning, we were starting a new trading month. January actually turned out to be a moneymaker for the TSX, if you can believe that, even with oil and bank stocks down. But hedge funds very bullish on gold, the most they've been in several years, and gold for last month jumped 8%, and it is holding steady this morning. Got the Canadian dollar starting the week just above 79 cents. Saw that big-time sell-off late last week, but up just a little bit this morning. If you're exchanging currency, you're looking at about $1.26. Of course, plus the 2 or 3 cents in service fees that you would have to pay at the big banks. Ted, back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Mike. That's our business editor, Mike Eppel, reporting this morning. You can hear Mike on 660 News at 26 and 56 after the hour.